Hi y'all, it's Hope here at Crafty Hope and welcome. And look, I have my bucket of prompts out. What am I doing? Well, I might have put a video up, or I might be about to put a video up. I'm not sure. I'm working on some Christmas cards, just some mixed media cards that I have up at the gallery. A friend of mine up there suggested that maybe I do some Christmas ones because I've got just regular greeting cards up there. They're actually my ICADs and 5-minute challenges that I turned into cards, and they're doing pretty well up there. So I'm gonna keep at it, making those cards. But I'm trying to make some Christmas themed ones, and that is, I don't know, I've got a few done, but for some reason it's harder than it really should be. It feels very forced, and I'm having trouble like coming up with how do I usually do ICADs or cards. And so I decided that maybe pulling out my bucket of prompt cards. If you don't know about this, from October 2022 to the end of September 2023, I did a mixed media prompt project in which I drew 3 prompts every week, altered a playing card, and then later in the week did another project. I will link that up here, the playlist for you. But I thought this was a good opportunity to try out using these prompts. So that's what I'm doing. I have a lot of different things here. Like I said, I've got another video where I talk a little bit more about making these cards and some of the things I have out. And I think I might have made a couple of the cards. But I'm struggling. So I'm gonna pull out, you know what, let's pull all of them out. Somehow I've gotten these to actually fit into this jar, and you know what, I've kept them also in the exact same order I made them, so I kind of want to shuffle them a little bit, and not in a traditional shuffle kind of way because they're too bulky to do that. Instead, I think I'm just going to do like the kid method of shuffling. Hey, I'm trying to keep an eye on my battery too, because I'm horrible about letting my battery die. So let's see. Oh, some of those get turned. You know what? Why does it matter if they get turned different ways? So let's just, all right, let's get these at least maybe facing in the same direction. I feel like I've got one, yep, over here. And I am going to maybe pull out, oh, what do you think? What do you think? Okay, so I've got, these are just index cards. They were labeled for ICAD some year that apparently I didn't finish, or didn't, I don't know. Looks like it maybe only got days 1 and 2 done of them. So like this one says 40 out of 61 and steampunk. I'm not using that. So instead, I'm going to grab one card and get started. And so this one says circles, doily, and texture. So, I like the texture idea on there. So I'm thinking I want to grab another one just at random. Music, Quinacridone, nickel, azo, gold, and lines. I like that one. And one more. Twine, gouache, and book text. Okay. So, oh, gracious. Sorry, y'all. That was super loud. So I'm going to keep these 3 out and kind of use the prompts that are on them for now to work from for the moment, at least to get started. So I'm gonna get, thinking I've got some music paper here. It's what I started with my other ones. So I kind of want to maybe just go ahead and use that, and then also some book text to get started on my card. So we're gonna jump around with that. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get this here so you can see that. Twine, gouache, book text, music, Quinacridone, nickel, azo, gold, lines, circles, doily, and texture. Those are pretty good. I'm really happy with those. I'm gonna get started. And the first thing I do is start gluing things down. I am using some golden gloss gel medium that I picked up at an estate sale for like $2. I was so proud of that because it still has a sticker on it that it was like $13 or something. thing for that container. So I'm using that because I'm just going to put it down basically on the card. And the paper I'm using there is really brittle, so I fold it over and you can see it just kind of is falling away. So that's to get that excess off, and I'll trim what I can't get by crumbling it, basically. And I'll add something else. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to glue down, the parts that I pulled off, I'm going to put down. And I will go ahead and admit to you that I'm not going to do every single one of those 9 prompts that I pulled, but I'm going to do at least 1 or 2 from each card. So as we go through this, you'll kind of see that I'll pop back in. When I did this, my real-time self pops back in at some point to explain what I've done to some of them, and then we'll go back to voiceover me telling you what else I added. I don't know why I did that, but it is how this video is going to progress. I'll also admit to you that I recorded this video several weeks ago, and because of Vlogmas and vlogging and everything else, I haven't had much time to edit other videos, and I've kind of missed it. So yeah, I wanted to pop in with something, especially before the Christmas season is over. I wanted to share this video with y'all. And I'm hoping to get some more in here. I want to work on some Christmas ornaments or something for those of you who like my arting videos more than my vlogging videos. So, all right, so you can see I went in there and I pulled out this gold doily and also a piece of a fabric doily. I don't think I used the fabric doily one. I think I'm just going to use some of the bits of that gold doily, because I know that's what I put on my card too when I did that prompt card, and I don't know, it just is really lovely. So I was like, I'm gonna put some more of that on there, and I do have to coat it with that matte with the gel medium. It's not matte gel medium, it's gloss medium. And I'm having a little bit of hard time getting it to stick. That gold doily for some reason has so much texture to it. It's almost like, I don't know, it's like a heavier material. It's almost plasticky. It's so heavy. So it has a little bit of a hard time sticking. But I love the touches of gold it adds on here. And I'm sorry this is moving like molasses. I don't know why. But I'm taking my time trying to enjoy the process of making it, and I promise I do have this sped up. So can you imagine how slow I'm going on here? Crazy, right? Crazy. So I do dry that to get it to stick, and then I'm coming in with my gouache, which is that last card I drew with one of the prompts on it. This is the Hemi Jelly Gouache. And you can see I don't use it near often enough. And so I'm having to re-wet all of my gouache, y'all, to keep it from like molding and to try to keep it as, I don't know, as moist as possible. I have some of that, what do you call it, press and seal cling wrap stuff on it. And so that's what I was peeling up. That doesn't come with the set. That's something I've added to it. And I'm only using, I think, maybe a shade or 2 of red on here because it is a Christmas card. So I'm kind of sticking with a Christmassy color on here and just getting it into some of that doily so that it has that, it kind of picks up that texture that's on there without covering it too much, and getting lots of water on it so it can run. So, it doesn't have to be overthought, these prompts. It just has to, it helps me move in a direction. So again, I think I'm going to dry it. Maybe. What's going on? What am I doing? I don't know. I did it weeks ago. I can't remember. Yeah, I try it. I did kind of look back over this video before I came in. And then I grabbed, these are Stabilo Woodies. And I'm going with that circle prompt. And drawing some circles with a brown Stabilo Woody. I don't know, y'all. And because these woodies are water reactive, I will activate them with a wet paintbrush real quick just to get them to bleed and have less like structure to them. And then again, dry it. Now, I haven't really, the doilies themselves do have texture, but not quite near enough. So I'm bringing in this, it's a Ranger cr- opaque crackle paste. So I'll bring that in. I think I'm just going to scrape it on with a palette knife and then leave it to dry. And then my present self of this will pop back in once this is dry. Worked on several other projects while I was waiting for that crackle paste to dry. So far I do have doily on here and texture. I also used music from this one and not book text, gouache on here. I guess it's, yeah, I hadn't used actual book text. I may use something else. I'm trying to figure out what my focal is going to be on this. So I may dip into these Tim Holtz things that I have tried to decide if there's something that will work. No. So I just wanted to give y'all an update on where I have gotten with that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this rolling and come back, I suppose, in a little bit. So it's voiceover me again. I am going to sort through a bunch of these Tim Holt products that I have, looking at like the little paper dolls there, and they're in the ephemera pieces. And I even decide to, I think I tear this ephemera piece thinking it would be cooler torn or something, and I end up not even using it, which, yeah, I'll use it for something else. I just thought maybe it would be better that way. And y'all, this is all so super cute, but it just wasn't feeling right. So I grabbed this sticker book for the Christmas stickers, and I think I found a sticker that I liked. And I liked the red, how it matched that gouache. And there was a sticker on there that said, "It's the most wonderful season of all. It's the most wonderful time of the year," something like that. And I was like, that would be perfect. But I need to stick that sticker on something. So near me on my desk, I have a piece of, oh, it's either tissue paper or deli paper. It's something I got in a swap, and it's green, and it's this beautiful green, and it's probably done on a jelly plate, but I don't know. It's a lovely green color, and I thought it would be nice to put on here. So I've torn a strip of it, and then I've got some walnut stain distress ink on an ink dauber there, and I'm inking up the edges of my card as well as the crackle paste, just to get everything, to give it, I don't know, a more aged and ancient and grungy feel. So I kind of love that. And I'll look again at this tissue. It's got to be tissue paper, as thin as it is. And I'm going to bring in my, no, I thought I was going to bring in, I decided instead I was going to bring in my Uniball Signo gold gel pen and draw some lines, which is one of the prompts. So I am drawing lines on my card with that gold pen that helps bring more of that gold in that the doily had. And I'll bring even more gold in just a little bit. But first, yeah. And I'm trying to think. Circles I've drawn, doilies on there, textures on there, music is on there, lines are on there, gouache, and it is on there. I don't think I ever bring book text in, but for Twine, that's what's going to kind of come up next. It's not really Twine, but it depends on how you're feeling about it. So I'm tearing down that tissue paper just a little bit more. It was feeling a little wonky to me, so I'm trying to get it just the shape that I kind of want. I like all the torn edges, so I'm going in that direction. And I come in with, this is some kind of thread, y'all. It's gold thread. It's not twine, but we can, twine is just the prompt. If twine as a prompt makes me think of gold thread, then that's all a prompt is there for. So, of course, I cut that down, and I'm going to kind of ball it up and move it around, and it's never going to be exactly how it lands. So, whatever. I'll use that some Fabri-Tac, put it on my card, and then press that gold thread in there. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm pressing in there. I think I even grab a silicone spatula thing to like press it in a little bit so I don't have to use my fingers to do it. Yeah, I know my finger did get in there though, didn't it? And then on top of that, I'm going to lay that piece of tissue paper. And from there, I will, I think, make sure that that tissue paper gets stuck down a little bit more. I'm looking for, yeah, for my Oohoo glue stick. And once that is all glued down, I can deal with the sticker. And I think I'm going to ink the edges of it before I stick it down. And you'll have to tell you this, I put this up at that gallery and it sold. It's, using the prompts worked, it helped, it made something that somebody else really liked, and that warms my heart and gives me the holiday happies. So I am going to stick that down, and I've got a little more that I'm going to do. What else am I going to do on this card? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I felt like I needed to frame up the words here. Now, this took up some time. I grabbed, y'all, this is just a Sharpie rollerball pen, and I am going around the words, just outlining that that sticker, really. And then I decide to make some scallops around it. So once I go around it, I'm going to make scallops with that, with that black pen. And once I get all of my scallops made with the black pen, y'all, I'm going to switch to a white pen because I felt like the black wasn't showing up on the green. So I go over it with the white. And when the white isn't showing up the way I want it to, I use the gold. And so there's 3 layers of scallops that are going on to this card. Yep, here comes the white one. And so I encourage you, if something's not working out or doesn't look the way you want it to look, try something else. Go back over it, make it better. And see, even that pen didn't work. And so I went and found another white pen that would work. So I don't know what that first one was, but this looks like it's my, it's a Uniball Signo white gel pen before I add the gold one over the top of it. I'm trying to remember what comes after that. So when you're getting a little stumped, prompts help. Keeping going, just keep making something. Don't give up. And if it isn't working, sometimes you can just step away and come back later. That works just as well. So, yeah. I did step away and work on something else, and that, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to kill time. I think once I get this gold on here, that's going to be just about it for this card. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try to leave the prompts down below for you if you are interested in a list of, how many was it, y'all? 156 prompts, something like that. I'll have it for you below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later. Bye.